Welcome to the TrueWayve show, man. This is going to be something very, very, very special for y'all because we got some very, very special guests in the house right now. We got the infamous Murder Mook, y'all. Talk about it.
What's going on, y'all, man? How y'all doing, man?
What's up?
What's going on?
It's good.
Appreciate you having me, man.
No problem at all, but the foundation of the show right now, we got a lot going on, but this wouldn't be without the infamous Mafietta right here. This is a legend in the making, a lot of things. I just found out a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I'm ready. I'm very curious to pick her mind, see where her inspirations come from, see where her ideas came from, and how everything was birthed from this whole standpoint. But we'll get to that, though. But enough of me talking. Introduce yourself, to the world who don't know who you are.
What's up, world? I am E.W. Brooks, writer and creator of Mafietta.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about the Mafietta. How did it originate? What sparked that idea to birth that child?
Well, the idea came because I did quite a bit of community service here in the Port City. That's why everything is centered in the Port City. But I did a lot of mentoring with students, which led to mentoring with their parents. And just to see some of the situations that women ended up in because of the men that they loved. Mm-hmm. Just to see some of the changes they would make to be with that person they loved. So I took it to the extreme with Mafietta, but it's about a woman who kind of changes who she is to love the man that she loves. So
that's deep, though. That's kind of like how it is now. Everybody's going through a certain situation like that. The men want the woman to support them and to what their dreams are going on, but the woman has to conform into what his lifestyle is going on. So I can definitely understand my wife in general. You know what I'm saying? We all got even this right here, to do this, to make the sacrifices, to go out there, the time you away from your family, the money that you put towards it, to know that there's a dream out there, but that woman has to be that strong pillar in that family to keep them together. So yeah, I definitely understand the whole mafia. Stuff like that.
Yes. I think it's important that men and the world see that really behind most strong women is a very strong woman. Mm-hmm. So when you hear him speak, you're probably hearing them.
That's right.
Speak.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So and I completely understand with you because with this sacrifice, my husband is in the army. So while he's protecting us, I'm here living my dream. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that sacrifice, that was time away. We had Thanksgiving last week. You know what I mean? So that I could be here and do this. Today. So I think just to live your dream is sacrifice. But if you're willing to sacrifice, put in the time, do the work, then miracles like this happen.
That's right.
Exactly.
That is right. Definitely. Facts only. Ooh, you're lovely to the right. Who do we have here?
Hello, I'm Saudia McCray, a.k.a. Saudi Audi.
Right.
And I play the character D in Mafietta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And who's D in Mafietta? For those who don't know.
Okay, I want to give D is a very interesting character, in my opinion, because D is, I think, one way in the beginning of Mafietta, just a kind of I don't want to say a country girl, but she just knows what she wants to do, and then she kind of gets turned out, in my opinion, in the book, and then she becomes someone else. So it's fun to play those type of characters because I feel like you get to be one way in the beginning, and then you can go crazy and be another way. And because I'm an actress, I like to play different parts. So
terrific.
Cool.
How long have you been acting?
I've been acting seriously for about 4 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
When you say seriously, is it, what does that mean?
So
you've probably been doing it for 10, but you got serious in the last 4?
I kind of, I've always done acting, in high school and in college, but when I got out of high school, I kind of wanted to pursue it, and my parents wanted me to go to college and get a degree. So it was okay, that's what you want to do, but we'd rather you do this way, and then afterwards, if it doesn't work out, then you could do it that way. So I actually went to school and majored in political science, and thought I was going to law school, and took my LSATs. And then realized that I wanted to be an actress. I don't think I want to be. I want to act like one. Gotcha. So it is.
Yeah, what they say with people who act in actresses and actors. Do you have a special thing that gets you in the zone, into that character? Certain things you do, traditionally that you do to get into the character.
So I get excited about different characters. I get more excited about dramatic characters because I'm good at crying or things like that. So I just take it.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Is there a stereotype where they say that when you forcing yourself to cry, that one tear instead of both tears coming out at the same time?
I don't know. I think it's different for each actor. For me, when I'm in the scene and it's something like that, when I have to cry, I just go to a dark place for myself, like in my life, and then it comes across on camera, and you think I'm crying about maybe what I'm acting out, but I'm probably not even I'm not thinking about that at all. So I just think it's different for different people. Some people can do it very easily. Some like I'm emotional, so sometimes it's like that too. I could watch a doggy commercial and cry like in 2 seconds. So I think it also depends on like how you are.
No doubt. Hey, that's what's up,
That's
man.
dope.
We
That's
got
dope.
Saudi
Yeah, that's what's
you know
up.
what I'm saying? What
Saudi
you're here for. But yo, Mook,
What's up?
what's good? The legendary infamous
What's
Mook,
happening,
man.
man? Those are beautiful words you used, man. I appreciate that.
He's so humble. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love him. You gotta
Yeah,
love
that's
him.
what you got.
what's
But those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Mook fan, so excuse my overzealous.
Yeah. It's all right, man.
But
we here.
It's all love.
music and movies, acting, is that different from you, or you just like do everything? Like it ain't really a script to you. It's like I'm Mook. I'm just gonna show up.
Well, no. You know, this role that I'm in was very different. Well, you know what? It's not different in terms of, you know, me being me, because I like women, and you know I fare well in that department. I want to say, but just being able to make it come across on the camera. That was different, and it was a little, you know, I was kind of nervous, you know, because I'm like, how am I gonna,
Right.
you know, I don't want to be corny, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to try too hard, you know what I mean? But you still got to kind of keep it, you know,
Was it different?
authentic.
Like when you was, like you said, authentic. Was it different when they trying to peel back that onion of Mook? They get to those levels that they can dive deep in, so they can see it come across on camera.
Well, I mean, things like me, I can just, if you say, yo, act like a dog, you know what I mean? I can just go act like a dog. I don't even know how a human acts like a dog, but I'm just saying, like, you know, just anything. I'm just using it, and I pretty much can just do that. So that wasn't really that difficult.
Nah, it was.
So-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I know, I mean, with the whole Mafietta thing, like, I know you said that you didn't see it, but like when you was growing up, was it like, oh, I want to get somewhere, or did you always want to get into the acting thing?
Yeah.
I was pretty much always an actor for somehow, like in school, like I was the class clown, like I always wanted like attention, you know what I mean? And so I didn't necessarily at that point know that it was acting that I wanted to do, but I know I wanted to do something where a lot of eyes was on me all the time, and I entertained people. So, you know, and then that just transformed into, you know, the battle rapping, which was just something totally different. But that's, you know, that's more so of acting because, you know, it's kind of like a play. You know what I mean? You got your raps up there, you entertaining people. There's no music. There's, you know, you have to perform. You have to do your, you know, your whole routine in front of people. So
True.
that, I guess that gave me, I guess, the confidence, you want to say confidence, and also, you know, the skill set to be able to do that in front of cameras and not be, you know, as, I want to say, as nervous as it is. Because this wasn't really my first acting bit, but, you know, I'm still fairly new, very new actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the only two was Lositis and Too Honorable, and then this one.
No, and then I have one coming out in March with the RZA. I was in something called All Wiped Out with your man Screech. And Screech, yeah,
Saved by the
Dustin,
Bell?
yeah.
Well?
With him,
He expanded, right?
this dude named the Fat Jew. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but you know it was a whole different. I didn't even know how I ended up in it. To be honest with you, like somebody knew somebody, and they liked what you know. They liked the battle, so they wanted me to put a different spin on it. You know, so. But it was an actual funny movie.
That's dope.
What's up? What were you about to say, legit?
I was about to say, yo, so like, what's next for you, Mook? Like, what, or better yet, let me put it in terms like, what is something you want to do that you haven't done already? Like, what's like?
I mean, it's a lot of
It's a
things.
lot. So like,
yeah.
what's next? Then like, what's next for you?
I mean, as far as what? Like, I mean, it's so
you,
much.
You in the movies now. You doing battle rapping. So like, what's like you?
What's the next major platform that you
like you haven't thought
about
it out
to take
yet,
over?
well, I need to take over this first. Like, you know what I'm saying?
True. Understand. I feel
Yeah.
like-
There's levels to this.
Yeah,
it's levels. My
You know,
fault, but yeah,
like
respect
battle
that.
rap, I pretty much,
Your name is
conquered.
there.
Yeah.
what
Your
I
name
had
is
to
there.
do.
Diddy,
You know
though.
what I mean?
I agree with that
Right.
too.
So like now in this field, I feel like I have a lot to offer.
Yeah.
A lot to give, and so I just want to try to focus on this as well. Like I don't want to just start too many things and not be able to give it my all.
Yeah,
No doubt, no
Respect
But
that.
I want to farm though.
Word, I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming.
coming, but that's what's up. Like,
Explain though, like why
it's
do you
definitely
want to farm though?
I like animals.
Word.
I think I really think
What
that's
up?
just what it
That's
is.
something we didn't know about Mook.
Yeah, like I like animals.
All
I-
animals, like snakes, dogs,
all,
cats.
like
tigers.
I like all animals.
Word.
Word.
Like my farm would be like exotic though. It wouldn't just be like chickens and like cows. Like it would be like, you know what I mean, tigers.
I'm
and
gonna
like
stop by.
alligators. And
Wow.
shit.
I'm stopping by.
Yeah,
I'm stopping by.
that's like my ultimate thing. Like I
That's
want,
Word.
like
That's
how
what's
Michael
up.
Jackson had like
Word.
his
Never Neverland and
Never
everything.
Neverland. Like I want to have like a jungle, but I
Word.
want a safe jungle.
Okay.
Black.
So they gonna be caged in that
Yeah,
area.
you know what I mean.
So who gonna feed them? Like you gonna feed them? You gonna go in there?
Yeah, I
and give
mean,
them
I
the raw
wouldn't. I
meat?
wouldn't. I want to have the. I obviously like the snakes and things like that. You can't really train and things. But I'm talking about as far as the monkeys and the tigers and all things like that. I want to have them since they're babies, so they're gonna know me. So I wouldn't have no problem going.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That sound. That's.
Yeah,
You
Never
really
would've
want to
thought
do it?
that.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna do
good.
that. I'm
Gonna
gonna. I mean,
do
I
it.
might get
Gonna do it.
arrested, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it though. I promise you, Black. What's up, man? I was gonna
The movie's gonna have the bell.
Yeah,
for you.
right. But E. Brooks, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I have a lot of friends who write, and they kind of tell me, I kind of pick their brains. I love picking brains, but when they tell me, it's like sometimes they can go into a writer's block. How does that work in a person of your caliber? Like,
Especially with 3 books in,
like, come on, that's great. But for a person to keep the consistency going, have you experienced writer's block? And if you did, how long was your longest writer's block? And how did you come out of it?
I have experienced writer's block. My longest writer's block was when I first started Mafietta because I put it down for 2 years.
Okay.
I wrote like 10 pages, put it down for 2 years, came back to it and wrote the book in a month.
Hold up, you say you put it down for 2 years?
For 2 years.
Wow.
So how long was you sitting on it? Like when did you decide I'm gonna write these 10 pages?
Well, I was just going through something at the time.
Okay.
Right? So I
Gotcha.
wrote down 10 pages that wasn't my life. It was like a serious slant on my life at the time. You know what I mean? So I just sat on them. And then, like, I started writing again 2 years later. And I realized that what I had written was really the pages I had written 2 years ago.
Wow.
So I was pregnant. We had just got to a new Army base. I was in a hotel.
Oh,
while we
yeah,
were
that's
in
the whole
school.
different ball
Yeah,
game.
so
A whole
I
different
just
game.
My
knocked
brother
it
and
out.
sister, they military, so
You understand?
I do understand. Like, I do
Yes.
understand. Just good that y'all didn't go to another country, though. Like,
My sister's in Italy right now. Shout out to
Shout
my
out.
sister.
Shout out. That's what's up.
no doubt.
Yes. Like when you talk about sacrifice, because it's such a mental process.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is a sacrifice of time away from my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
for me to see it in my head, for you to see it in your head, I have to see it in my head first.
Correct.
And for me to see it, I have to get quiet. I have to get in that space, which means something, like the kids may have to, I may have to wait till they go to bed. I might,
Right,
I'll literally
right,
write
right.
at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because I need the quiet.
Right.
But I'm blessed. It just
Yeah,
comes.
That's excellent, though, because your story is saying that it can be done.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sacrifices, though, and
sacrifice.
that's the key
is
point.
the key.
It can be done through sacrifices. What about you, Mook? I mean, from like, what was the biggest sacrifices from doing battle rap to the movies? Like, what?
Sacrifice personally.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I grew up. I pretty much grew up like on the camera. Like, I've been on YouTube since the internet, like since it came out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like before then I was doing the DVDs. So I guess being able to sacrifice like just my life. You know what I mean? Like you get up. I don't want to say it's uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Especially when you're young. And then further along, I had a daughter, and now that's like the ultimate. That's the
So
best.
with the sacrifices, what is the passion? What is the driving factor to look past the sacrifices?
The
All
daughter.
these sacrifices, the daughter.
Yeah, so it's like it's
It's
a
a
double-edged sword.
double
like,
entendre too.
All day.
And what about y'all two? Like what is like I'm gonna go do it, like looking past all of that.
I'm big on vision boards. I gotta see it, I believe it, write the vision, make it plain.
That's right.
Of course.
You follow me on Instagram, you see that all the time.
Definitely,
Write the vision,
definitely.
make it plain, do the work. Because like going into Mafietta, I saw the end before we started.
So what you saying that you didn't know how you was gonna get it done? So you did not see Dame being a director of this?
Absolutely not. My husband was away for work, and I happened to be at home. So now I am literally 10 miles away from Dame and Dash. Like, what? Like, this is for me. Like, like, thank you, God.
Divine
you know what I mean?
intervention
You're
is out.
right
Like,
here.
yeah, no doubt.
So I went to the seminar, and his question was, what is your business and how can I help you? I'm like, I am so grateful for that question because, you go to seminars and people take your money and they give you their information.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
How many people sit down and say,
And get back.
what is your business and how can I help
Wow. Wow.
you? You know what I'm saying?
Shout
So,
out to
like,
Dame Dash,
yeah,
man.
shout
Ain't
out
nobody
to
gonna
Dame
do it
Dash
like
for that.
him.
I do appreciate that. So like from there, he took my book on a Saturday. He called me back on Monday and was like, "Yo, I read the book. I like it. Let's do it." And literally within 2.5 weeks, we were shooting. It wasn't even 3 weeks.
See that, and that's what you got.
That's
Before
dope.
we go further, I have to
That's
shout
dope.
out my screenwriter
Okay.
because I gave her Mafietta as a book, and 1 week later, I had a script.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's
Shout
crazy.
out
She right there?
Wow.
Is she here?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hey, no,
We're
no.
gonna have to get you over
We're gonna
here.
have to get over
We're
it.
gonna have to get you over
We're gonna have to get
here.
over
We're
it.
gonna have to.
Yeah, matter of fact, let's go into a break so we can set everything up. Yo, you got the real deal, Ty. You got yours truly, Prince
J.
Who, and the legit King
King
D,
D.
and
Always.
Dave Dolo on the
visuals.
visuals. We'll be right back, y'all. All right, E. Brooks in the house.
What up? What up? What up?
What's going on? So, is there anything you want to leave us with now?
I want to say support the movement. And when I say the movement, when I say the movement, I mean like I want you to start by reading the books
Okay.
and understand that it's about helping women and even the men that read the books understand that it doesn't matter where you start. Everybody has a past. I don't care about that. It's all about where you finish.
I just gotta point out the fact that I remember the night, like me, Dave Dolo, we just was like, yo, let's go down there or whatever, because we seen that what's the name of them? Dame was at what was the name of the place? Reggae Hut. So he was like, yo, because I had seen y'all was on Coast 97. And I was like, yo, they here. And I'm like, so we end up coming down there. He had his resume, which I don't have a resume. I don't know why I don't update it. But like he ended his resume, so then I was like, yo, okay, so let's just leave. Like, but then she was like, no, like somebody came and got us and was like, no, like she wanted us, and then she was talking about how you was like, don't just come up and do something like that. Like, yeah, and leave. Yeah, basically. And I was just like, yo, like, and then this came from that. And it was just like, I appreciate that. And I just wanted to extend that, like, let people know, like, we were, things like that resonate with me because it was like, it was just out of the blue thing. Like, we seen it, I said it, and then that night we was with y'all. And then we stayed there all night. And I was just like, yo, like, it's nothing but God for something like that because, and we forever grateful. I know Big Dolo probably got something to say, but. No,
I remember him walking up,
Word.
hands shaking, paper moving.
We was scared.
Yes,
We was scared.
But he was like, I go to UNCW, and I was like, see how pride.
Hey.
Definitely,
Like,
yeah.
I was about crazy until he realized that was E.W. Brooks, and I'm like, yo, come back, let's hang out. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
because UNCW was my home for a while,
Definitely.
and had I not gone through what I went through at UNCW, I could have in no way written Mafietta.
For real.
Wow.
It's destiny.
Shout outs to
Thank you,
Seahawks.
guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to
UNCW.